Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Can you believe we're already halfway through the week? Hope you're having an amazing day. I'm here live on Facebook and on Instagram. Say hi, wave, and let me know how your Wednesday is going so far. I'm so excited to answer yet another question about meal prepping here on Meal Prep Week. So this question comes to us from my amazing friend Randy. And she asked the question, how do I stay organized and not have a mess in the kitchen when I'm meal prepping? Which I think is such an incredible question. I think so many of us want to know how we can stay organized in the kitchen and not have a complete disaster on our hands whenever we're done cooking. So this is going to be such a fun question to answer. Let me see who's online. Hey, Elizabeth, how are you? Hi, Steph. Okay, so many amazing people on Instagram. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. So it is meal prep week. I'm answering all things meal prep because my course 30-minute meal prep just came out yesterday. I have all the links in my bio for you guys on Instagram to check it out. And we're going to be talking a little bit about something that dives even deeper in the course, which is about how to stay organized and not have a disaster of a kitchen on your hands when you're done meal prepping. So first of all, thank you to Randy for this amazing question. And to answer this question, I'm going to talk about two specific tips, which, like I mentioned, we dive even deeper into this in my course, 30-minute meal prep. So definitely check it out if this is something that you are struggling with and you need a solution for, because I'm all about giving you easy, tactical solutions for things so that you don't have to feel overwhelmed and stressed out when it comes to meal prepping. I do not want that for you. I don't feel like anyone should have that in their lives ever. So if I can provide a solution for you, that is my biggest hope, honestly. Okay, so 2 tips to making sure that you stay organized in the kitchen and you don't have a disaster on your hands when you're done cooking. The first tip is to plan. Now, this doesn't sound particularly sexy or anything, but planning is so important because it basically sets you up for success, just like with anything in life. So first of all, figure out what it is you're going to make. Have the recipes printed out if that works for you, or have them on your iPad, on your phone, and read through the entire recipe so you know exactly what ingredients and what equipment you'll need in the kitchen. Because there's nothing worse than cooking something and realizing you don't have that ingredient. Anyone else had that happen to them? Because I definitely have, and then had to scrounge up something to replace that ingredient. I don't think anyone really goes looking for that. So make sure you read through the entire recipe. Make sure you take out all of the ingredients. And one thing that I specifically do, which might sound a little bit OCD, but I take out every single ingredient and I line it up in order of how I'm going to be using it in the recipe. So that's just a little trick that I learned. So I make sure that I have every single ingredient that I need and it's all organized. So just line it all up. Hi, Randy. Oh, she said, that's such a good point. I get through recipes all the time and realize I don't have the ingredient, or I missed a step, or mixed something in the wrong way. Yes, I think we have all been there. So I definitely hear you. Okay, so, lining up all those ingredients has helped me tremendously. It helps me to feel organized. And if I feel organized, I feel calm and collected. Things don't get out of hand. I don't feel stressed out. So lining up everything is key, as well as reading through the recipe in its entirety. So then that actually leads us into my second tip, which is prep. So prepping your location, prepping your kitchen for cooking. So you want to take out your big cutting board, your knife, you want to take out your pots and pans, all of the kitchen equipment that you are going to be using. Literally take it out and set it up in the area that you're going to be using it. So for instance, right now I'm in the kitchen. Behind me, as you can see, there is my stove. I will literally take out the pot that I'm going to use for this recipe, the pan that I'm going to use, and I will set the spatula or the spoon, whatever it is that I know that I will use, I will set it next to the equipment. And even things like if I know I'm going to have to open a can, take out the can, line it up on your countertop, take out the can opener, put it next to it. Like, really get strategic and organized with your equipment, in addition to all the things that we planned for in the first step, like reading the recipe, making sure you have all the ingredients, make sure you know how to make the recipe right, reading through it in its entirety. So prepping is so key. I feel like a lot of the time we kind of bypass that prepping step, and that means that it causes us additional stress later on because we realize, oh my gosh, I haven't washed that pot that I wanted to use for this recipe and now I have to like quickly wash it. And what that means is it extends the time that we're in the kitchen. It makes us stressed out. And that is really the opposite of what we want to do here, especially when it comes to 30-minute meal prepping or meal prepping in general. You want this experience to be really at ease, really easy, really efficient. So just getting everything organized, planning, and prepping your location are going to be two really quick and easy tips to just set you up for success. So I hope that that answers your question, Randy. Let's see, did you say anything else? Let me know if you have any other questions about that. And like I mentioned before, these two particular tips are things that we dive even deeper into in my course, 30-minute meal prep, which after this video here on Facebook, I'm going to post the link so that you guys can check out the course. And then if you want to know even more about easy ways to make meal prepping just simpler, more efficient, more enjoyable, I have a webinar coming up today at 1 p.m. Central and tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central, where I go into my 3 keys to meal prep like a pro. So I feel like sometimes we think meal prepping is like this gift that people have, like you either love cooking or you don't, or you're either really organized or you're not. And honestly, meal prepping is just a skill. It's a skill that we can all learn, and there are ways to make it simpler, more efficient, easier, and just more enjoyable overall. So in my webinar today at 1 o'clock Central, and as well as the same webinar I'll do again tomorrow at 1 o'clock Central, I'll be going over my 3 keys to meal prep like a pro. These are all things that you can implement today. Like you don't need to go rush out and buy any special ingredients. You don't need to have any special equipment. It's just a new way of thinking about meal prepping so that you don't have to feel so overwhelmed and stressed out. Like I'm really committed to showing how meal prepping can be super easy, super efficient, and just make life easier for you. So, oh, thank you, Randy. She said, this is super helpful, and I definitely need to attend that webinar. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, so that's it for me today. I'm going to go ahead and get ready for the webinar at 1 o'clock. Make sure you go click the link in my bio to join the webinar. And then let me know if you have any other questions about meal prepping. There's a ton of questions that I did receive before, but I want to see what's important to you. What are you struggling with? What really challenges you about meal prepping? I want to help you guys out. So let me know in the comments what your questions are around meal prepping, and I'll be back tomorrow at noon Central Time here again on Facebook and on Instagram to answer your questions about meal prepping. I'm doing that all week, and honestly, I feel like I have so many questions about meal prepping. I could probably continue this into next week too. So thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Make sure you go ahead and check out the links in my bio, and I will see you tomorrow for another edition of Meal Prep Q&A tomorrow for Meal Prep Week. Thank you guys. Thanks everyone on Facebook. Okay, thanks.